The Hunter Brothers proudly present Hunting for Funny. Hello folks and welcome to episode 17 of Hunting for Funny. I'm Chris.
And I'm Jack, and we're on a quest to find the funny in life.
We are that quest that never ends. It never ever ends, even on glorious days like Halloween. You might notice, Jack, it's Halloween. I don't know if you noticed.
I've noticed by your wonderful attire, Chris.
Oh Jesus, that went really fast. They almost flew off my head then. Yes, I might not wear them the whole episode, but let's see what happens. Yeah, so with it being Halloween, obviously this month we've been fancying up the screen. We've been fancying everything up. We've got our lovely frame, the orange colour scheme, the mist, the spider webs, the wolf sound, all sorts of stuff for Halloween. But the icing on the cake of the Halloween goodness has always been the heads that we've had made for us. And this week is the last one, Jack. Are you sad about that?
I am quite sad about it, in all fairness.
Do you want to see the last ones?
Yeah, I've been waiting all week.
Boom.
That's
We've got Dorothy and the Cowardly Lion. Charlie thought it was fair that I'd be the lady this time.
I was going to say.
We all know I'm more of a Judy Garland fan than you, if you catch my drift. So that's the Halloween heads for this week. It's the last one, which is really sad. Really sad.
No.
We're back to purple next week. But
could we be a Father Christmas for the Christmas episode?
well, let's see what happens for December. I'm not saying anything. I've not even asked yet, but there's a chance something might happen. So thank you very much to Charlie Makes It on Instagram, the lovely wife. She's done an amazing job, Charlie, for all 5 weeks, including 2 guests.
What a legend.
So yeah, she's done great. So thanks a lot for that. So Jack.
Yes.
It's time for the roundup of the week. How has your week been?
My week's been good. I've been allowed out the house because I've not got corona anymore, so it's been good.
There's some apple juice for you.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to no Rona.
No, it's been good. I've been back to training, so I've only been doing an hour a day training because
you got to ease back into it.
Studies shown by athletes that if you've had the virus and you go back into too much cardio straight away, then the symptoms can go a lot worse.
Yeah.
I think for me it was more precautionary because I was more or less asymptomatic. I had a bit of a runny nose. That was about it.
Yeah.
So we just take precautions. So yeah, it's been good to get out. I think I've worked on some good stuff, and yeah, it's been a strange old week. I've had some weird dreams this week, Chris.
No.
Yeah, like weird, not like traumatic dreams. So like this is going to sound
I've heard
weird.
that comes with Rona sometimes, is having weird dreams.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that explains a lot, you know. Like a few nights ago, I had one, and I was at your wake, but I wasn't sad. Right? That's going to sound
that makes sense. Right? That's just a glimpse of the future. That's not a dream.
So we were at the wake.
Yeah.
And I knew it was your wake, but like no one was really like, not like we were grieving for you, but it just didn't feel like it was your funeral.
Yeah.
But the buffet was on.
Was the crab sticks?
No, the buffet.
That's not my wake.
Was solely made by Andy from Cafe the Universe.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's my wake. Yeah.
But he's standing at the end of the table in his full apron and his mask on, like asking for orders.
I reckon it was a guilt trip because he put me there. That's what it was.
Yeah,
like
probably.
I had the health of a 16-year-old before I started eating there, and then just pew.
Oh god. The other one I've had as well, this is a weird, and I feel like I'm making these up, but I'm definitely not.
Right.
You know Doc Cotton from EastEnders?
Oh yeah, the old bird who smokes.
Yeah, so we're in a holiday resort, me and Lucy, and Doc Cotton walks in.
Right.
And asks the waiter for an elephant. She wants to fly to Thailand to buy an elephant because she wants to use a Ouija board.
Okay.
I don't know how that works.
I don't know where the connection is there, but
yeah, no idea.
Good on her. Can you imagine Doc Cotton using a Ouija board? Jesus Christ. She knew people a long time ago, so she probably knew the spirits before they died. Jeez, that'd be horrible.
Oh, talking
interesting dreams,
poor
though.
old Bobby Ball. Poor
Bobby
old Bobby
Ball
Ball's died.
Yeah, it's been a shitter of a week. I've actually got one in my hero segment to talk about, which I don't think you know of yet. So I'll we'll do that later. But yeah, Bobby Ball, it's a damn shame. A comedy legend, has always been around. Always the goofball.
Rock on Tommy.
Yeah, I used to love Cannon and Ball when I was a kid.
Yeah, they're
just Malcolm and Wise for the new generation.
We've all done it with the braces, haven't we, and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Tell you what we've done this week is I've bought a new car.
So you got it?
Car. Yeah, we got the car. So we were
Fantastic.
meant to get the grey one, and it was going to take 12 weeks factory order because obviously with everything going on.
Yeah.
Then he rang us and was like, "Oh, we can get a red one next week," and I was like, "Yeah, sound.
Why not?
The red one."
You've had it before, so, might as well.
Yeah, so the same car we used to have, just we've got the higher spec one.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Because you're fancy. Ooh,
'Cause-
Mr. Blue Tick.
So yeah, we've done that. And even better than that, Chris, I had a lesson yesterday, driving lesson.
Oh, right. First time in a while.
Yeah, so it's been 5 weeks,
Wow.
4 weeks, whatever it is. And he's got a new card instructor. And I felt perfect. It's the first week I felt like I could drive.
Oh, brilliant.
Like we were driving and we were just talking about boxing that, and he went, "Oh, not a lot I can say to you, really." It's like, "Oh, this is a good stage to be at."
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
So,
I mean, if you've been off for a while and you just got straight back into it, it's like
yeah, exactly.
it just shows it's second nature, and that's what driving is. So you're ready for your stuff, I reckon.
We had a awkward bit downhill, so it was downhill.
Yeah.
So I felt, when you drive it wasn't even that fast. I'm going to say driving fast, it wasn't fast. It was about 30 miles an hour. But you feel like you're on the edge of your control and you're like, fuck, this is a bit fast.
Yeah.
But there was a car parked in the road, so we had to wait and let other people through, and then can I go through that? Was the only thing I struggled with.
Right, yeah.
Apart from that, all good.
Well, that's because that would have been the first time you come across that situation. So you've got to learn from experience. Yeah. You can't be taught everything in the car.
Public service announcement, 15th of December. Get off the road. Got me test booked.
Oh, brilliant! 15th of December. God, that's
15th of December. Yeah.
That's a tricky time for a test. I mean, it's a good time for a test, but my test was the 3rd of January. Okay. It was one of the first slots in the country that year. It was like 7 a.m. on the 3rd of January, and it was I think it had been snowing the whole weekend before, and it was like slushy on the day. Yeah. So fingers crossed for nice clear weather for you.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm hoping, because just around Christmas I'll be stuck in traffic for the whole thing and I'll get school pass.
That's it. Yeah. Well, yeah, you'd hope people aren't out Christmas shopping, for obvious reasons, but we'll see what happens. There's always idiots.
It's at 10:14.
10:14.
Yeah, 14.
They specified the 14.
Yes, that's what we.
I mean, knock it up 1 minute.
Yeah.
Round it off. That's just to see how OCD you are, I think, before you get in.
Yeah.
If you call them complaining.
Underneath it says if you're late by any stretch, then you lose your place.
That's probably why they do it then. Because people are like, I had a quarter past test booked. No, you didn't. Check your paper.
Yeah, 14, yeah.
Just make sure you're there 20 minutes before or 15 minutes before.
Or
16 in this case.
I've decided this week as well that next year is going to be the year that I get stuff done on my bucket list, because I thought life's too short.
It is.
I'm going to get stuff done on my bucket list.
Yes. Well, that's what stuff are you thinking?
So, I have stupid stuff on my bucket list, not the conventional stuff.
So you don't want to skydive or ride an elephant?
Well, that'd be nice, but it's not really the.
I've never seen an accessible elephant. I'm just going to put it out there now. I've never seen an elephant with a ramp, not once.
And on Beauty Elephant's just a belly.
Yeah, maybe they just put you on the special elephants. The ones without you're missing bits and stuff. Just bind you all together. Just strap you on the side with some tape. You can go with Dumbo over there.
Walking around in circles.
Yeah, I'm glad you know your crowd. But no, what's on your list then? What's on your bucket list?
So what I want to tackle next year is I want to do a stand-up gig. That's on my list.
Yes.
I want to do one stand-up. So Chris, I'm going to put you on the spot here, but I'm going to say if we get 100 subscribers on YouTube, post-pandemic, me and you will do a set on one show, because I only want to do a stand-up show if you're on the show as well.
Right. Okay.
So if we get 100 subscribers, you've got to commit to that.
Potentially, I can't guarantee it, but I'd be up for it if it aligns with life events. I'll be up for it if you catch my drift.
Just 5 minutes. Me and you, hot water.
What I'm saying is 5 minutes is hard from 6,000 miles away. So if it aligns, if it aligns,
drift there, yeah.
If it aligns with life events, if you catch my drift, then
Konnichiwa.
Yeah. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. But yeah, no, I like your ideas.
Yeah.
So what else is on your list?
The other thing I want to tackle is I want to be involved in a wrestling show.
Right.
So I'm contractually obliged to tell you that I have never wrestled from my wheelchair.
No, I don't ever recall you doing such a thing. I don't recall any kind of back throws or none.
Nope.
Nothing.
No clotheslines.
Not a thing. That's it. Yeah.
So I want to be involved in maybe a non-physical bit. So I want to be like a manager. I want to be
a shoutcaster or something.
Show. Yeah, I want to be part of the show but I'm not a wrestler. If that makes sense.
No, I like that. You could have your own team or something.
Yeah, that's what my idea was, to be like to show athletes. So I could be like, I'm a Paralympian, blah blah blah. this the local athlete I've found that has got the credentials to be. You go. Do you know what I mean? Like a bit of a manager.
Yeah, but, no, I like that. I definitely like that. I could see you doing that as well because you've got the insight and you've got the awareness of the industry to know what to do.
Yeah.
With that kind of stuff, I definitely like that. I know what you mean. Like I've been wanting to have my own esports team one day. It's a similar kind of thing because like me and Charlie watch the Overwatch League, and I've been watching the Call of Duty League recently and stuff with Warzone and whatnot. And it's fascinating to me because it is a sport. It's extremely intensive.
Absolutely.
Because I know it's not like you're not out in the field playing 5-a-side every Sunday.
Yeah.
But you are sat playing for like 8-9 hours at a time.
Yeah, it still takes the mental capacity, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Like the discipline to do.
Yeah, because there's a thing. I don't know if it happens much in like physical athletics, but in digital sports, there's a thing called tilting, which happens where if things start to go like wrong, it's really hard to pull it back, even like mentally, and your skills go out the window, and it's really hard to fight. I suffer from it really badly sometimes if I'm playing, and if I lose like 3 games in a row, I'm pretty fully tilted, because it's like I just can't get back to that stage where it was like it was kicking ass like I was earlier.
That happens in sport. We call it the yips. It's a weird thing. So literally,
sounds like diarrhea.
So it can be literally you can play, and it's a lot of darts players get it. So you can watch darts, and then they'll not be able to throw. Like they won't be able to. You look at old school darts players like Bobby George and stuff like that. His levels dropped. Because I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's psychological. I don't know whether it's something to do with arms. But we call it the yips anyway. Of like,
right. So it's just like when the pressure gets to you and stuff, you just start to lose it.
So you forget the movements that you've done for years.
Well, that's it. That's exactly what I'm saying about like because you think playing a video game, you've only got a few buttons and your thumb's going to move so far, so it can't be that hard. But it's very precise, minute movements, and combination of controls and stuff. And when I get tilted, I start to just forget the combinations. Yeah. So I'll push buttons in the wrong order, and I'm like, oh, great, I'm dead. It's like, it's just stupid. But yeah, I really like the idea of your bucket list. That's good. I'm looking forward to that.
The other one I've got that I wanted your help with as well.
Yeah.
Is I've got a thought of I want to busk in a random city,
right,
somewhere in the world, and just earn enough money for a cup of coffee, and then I'll fuck off then. So I think we should do that. Okay,
I'm up for that because that was also on my bucket list.
Whether that's in Japan, whether that's in, so I don't know, like somewhere we could go.
Yeah.
We can even get a plastic bucket. I'll whack it about. You can sing. We get enough money for a coffee. Job done, and we go. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just think it's just something cool. I'd love to just say, like, you know what, I busked in, fucking, I don't know, Bulgaria. I don't know, random places that we are. Like, it'd be really good to do. So I think we should do that.
Sounds interesting. Yeah, we'll see when it happens. That's kind of, again, that's the kind of thing you can't just like go and do.
Exactly. Yeah.
You got to get like a license or whatever. But
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, we'll figure that out. I like the sound of that.
Out. So, how's your week been anyway?
My week's been alright. It's been a busy one. I actually, speaking of Andy and his burgers and killing me and stuff, actually went for a burger.
Oh, nice.
We sent you a picture to make you jealous. It was
literally, Chris, I've never seen you happier in any sort of situation ever.
You know the funny thing is, Charlie just said I'm taking a picture to send to Jack, and I was just eating a chip. I was like, okay. So I wasn't posing. I was literally just like, I'm a happy boy.
I opened it and I was like, Lucy, I've never seen him happier in my life. Like, it's going to be my screensaver on my phone just to bring joy to people.
Just the boost. We had the Jack Pumpkinhead burger, which was double beef patty, double smoked bacon, American cheese, roasted pumpkin mac and cheese, cheesy what's it dust, Cajun ketchup on an orange brioche bun, and it had little olive eyes as well to look like a ghoul, like a little ghouly pumpkin. It was amazing. It was so good. We had some fries because we don't normally have them, and we took some Halloween cake home as well, which was amazing from Dark Side of the Spoon.
Halloween
they always
cake?
knock it. Yeah, they made it like they called it witch's tart, I think it was. And it was like a cheesecakey type thing with like jelly tarantulas on it. It was really nice.
Bloody hell.
Really, really nice.
That's mad.
But yeah, went there. I said to you last week, remember, that our toilet was bugging and I have to repair it the next day.
How did you get on?
I fixed it. I am man. It worked. I felt like, when the in-between is when he's like, completed it, mate. I was like, plumbing, completed it, mate. It was, you can't get harder than a toilet, surely. It took me, it's meant to be, like, if you know what you're doing, it's like a 10-minute fix.
Yeah.
But I was super cautious. And also, I say super cautious. we had a problem where like you're meant to like flush the toilet to get all of it out, and then if you hold the little the cock thing up, but the ball cock, if you hold that up, it doesn't refill, and you can just like sponge out the bottom stuff.
Yeah.
But our flusher was just gone. It wouldn't let any more out. So I was like, for fuck. So I ended up using a sponge. I turned all the water off. I used just a car sponge, which I had to wait to arrive from Amazon.
Nice.
Because we haven't got a car sponge. I don't look after the car. So I had to, like, I got a towel on the floor and a bucket in between the toilet and the sink. And it's all clean water. And I was like, putting it in and then transfer it to the sink, wringing it out, back and forth. And there's no space in there for a sponge because there's all stuff in the way. And the worst thing is we use those blue blocks, the little circle. You put it in, makes your water blue. We use them, and we used one about 4 months ago, and it just did nothing for the first time ever. And it was a proper blue block. It wasn't like a Tesco's on or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're like, it's got a slight blue tint to the water, but nothing. Normally it's like fluorescent, and foamy and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know what happened there. But anyway, so I'm emptying the water out, bringing it all out, and the bloody blue block's still just sat there, but it's white now. And at that point, I was like, wait a minute, that blue block is just bleach. So I'm just there, dipping my hands and wringing out bleach water. It's like, I'm going to wash my hands very carefully and go get some gloves. And luckily, we had some gloves in. So, yeah.
Oh my God.
Overall, this process took about 2 hours. But
couldn't you have done that thing where you empty a fish tank where you put a tube in, you suck it, and then you could do that? No. You don't want toilet water in your mouth?
I prefer toilet water to bleach water, I think. Because at least toilet water was slightly organic at some point. Bleach, that's just bleach.
True, yeah.
I'd rather risk maybe getting ill than definitely being in big trouble.
Yeah, definitely drinking bleach.
Yeah, exactly. Who does that? But yeah, no, so that, and to cut a long story short, I fixed toilet. I am man. Strong boy.
Fair play.
But we watched a couple of films this week. I've not watched a film in ages. Ages ago, Charlie was like, let's watch Train to Busan. Apparently it's a really good like Korean zombie film. I was like, okay, it sounds alright. We'll watch that at some point. And we went to watch it, and it's bloody good. Like it's weird. It's not like a scary film. It's a zombie film. It's like Walking Dead. It's not scary. It's just they're in a tricky situation, but weirdly emotional. Like sort of, I won't spoil stuff. Sort of like the third act is kind of surprisingly emotional because it's about this guy who's basically he's separated from his wife and they've got a daughter and the daughter lives with him and she wants to go visit the wife and he's busy businessman. He's like, no, we've not got time to take you. She's like, well, I'm going tomorrow whether you take me or not. She's like 8. So he's like, and he knows she'll do it. So he's like, all right, I'll figure it out. We'll get you on the train. It's like an hour. I'll take you there, drop you off with your mum. I'll come back. I'll be back before lunch. But whilst they're on the train, things start to go a bit awry around them, if you know what I mean, like in the stops and stuff. And it's fascinating. It's like, how do you do a zombie film on a train? But it's really good. And like I said, it's surprisingly emotional. I highly recommend watching it. And there's a new one coming out, or it's just come out, I think. I forget what it's called now, but yeah, it's a good film. I enjoyed it.
I've been on some dodgy trains. You can definitely get worse than zombies on trains.
Yeah, I bet. Good. There's some dodgy characters on trains.
We watched a film this week because I never watch films. Literally never watch it. But we watched. I forgot the name of it. Now You See Me?
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it was quite good. I literally watched it and was like, the fuck's just going on?
Woody Harrelson and Jesse Eisenberg and stuff.
Yeah. No, it's a very good film.
It's a great film.
Number 2,
I think the sequel's got Daniel Radcliffe in it, I think.
Oh, is it?
I've not watched the sequel yet, but yeah. Oh, have I watched it? I can't remember. Ages ago, a long time.
No, it's all good. Before I forget, by the way. Yeah? On the Tramps train a few days ago.
The Tramps train?
I was on the Tramp 2 training a few days ago.
Yeah.
Someone shouts me.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the pod. Like that one of them.
Really?
Shouts. Yeah, it was Adam, one of the athletics coach from the IS.
Oh, brilliant.
He's been listening to the pod, so shout out Adam Rogers.
Shout out to Adam.
Yeah,
thank you for listening.
Legends. He's been listening to the podcast.
I'll give you your very own pumpkin shake.
Yeah.
Jesus, they really go for it, man. Just motivated myself.
I think he's got the audio version, so you just literally said, I'll shake them and motivate myself.
Oh, yeah, I'll shake my pumpkins. For those of you just listening, thank you, Jack. I hadn't even thought of that. I currently have a Halloween headband on with 2 pumpkins on springs, just so you know. And I'm wearing my skeleton long sleeve. But yeah, no, films are fun. I also watched Borat 2 that came out this week.
Nice.
It's pretty good. I wouldn't say, desperately go watch it right now.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of goofery to have on when times are tough.
I've never seen Borat, never seen it.
You'd probably like it.
Yeah.
It's very. I don't know. It might not seem as extreme anymore because it's been a while, and at the time it was like, oh Jesus, he just said that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he keeps doing that. He sets the bar differently each time, so it might not feel as impactful.
Is it one of them, like, as you grow up, you don't find it funny? Like, I find Keith Lemon, I used to love Keith Lemon, but now I just think it's...
See, I've just always despised Keith Lemon, so I don't know. It's hard to compare. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Like, I used to love the Ali G show when I was a kid, and that's Sacha Baron Cohen. It's the same sense of humour, but it's just different. It hits different with Borat.
Yeah.
I think you'd like it. It seems you're kind of just goofy.
I'm going to try it then.
Yeah, try the first one first, obviously, and then give the second one a go if you've got Amazon Prime. Yeah, what did I do? Oh yeah, you know the way I said, I might have told you about Inktober, where you're meant to draw a different picture every day for October.
Yeah.
That obviously finishes today.
I've seen Charlie's been doing the cat ones as well.
Yes, Cattober. Yeah, she's
really
been
good.
Oh, she's been knocking about the park. I've told her this weekend we're putting some on a store because I want a couple of them as t-shirts. Whether anybody else buys them or not, I don't care. I want them. But yeah, so today marks the end of Inktober, which means tomorrow marks the start of Nodevember, which it's a thing where, do you know what nodes are like when it comes to art and stuff like that? Well, no. Let me rephrase.
Not gonna lie.
All right, I'm going to try and make this really, really simple. One of the things I do for art is I make textures, materials, things that go on things in games. And you make them sometimes by getting little squares of information and connecting them together called nodes.
Right.
But you can do that for like music and models and stuff as well, all sorts of things. Different programs in the world use nodes to make other things. And the point of Nodevember is that you can use any of those programs to make something based on these prompts. So every day you get a new one. So, for example, it could be layered. That's the prompt. So if you're doing a music one, you make a really like heavily layered song. For me, it'd be like a texture that's got loads of layers, like slate or something. So it's really interesting, but it's going to be really hard because it takes a lot longer for me to do stuff like that.
Have I been saying the word music note wrong all this time?
No, it is a music note. You can just.
I thought I'd gone 25 years.
You went full Bert Kreischer then. Oh god.
Oh, Lucy was taking the piss out of me last week. So you're watching that Lifeboat program. Don't you see it on BBC? Yeah. It's the Owl and I do like a documentary and they go out and stuff. And I said, that lad spelled Starburst. No, I didn't realise it wasn't called Starburst. It was Starbert. Like the sand in a boat.
Oh, on a boat, starboard. Yeah, starboard.
I was calling it Starburst.
You genius. Starburst. They're bloody delicious sweets.
Well, she was laughing. I was like, "What are you laughing at?" I was getting annoyed. I was like,
just generally didn't have a clue. On the starboard bounty. He's on the Starburst bounty. Genius, absolute genius, Jack. Have you got Disney Plus?
No.
Oh, right, okay. Because The Mandalorian is coming out. I was going to
get it because you can get 7 days free, so I'm going to get it when there's a few things I want to watch.
Well, yeah, we'll maybe give it a few weeks because The Mandalorian season 1, it's a Star Wars show.
Oh yeah,
really good. It's like Breaking Bad in Star Wars. It's really good. Well, season 2 starts today, or yesterday. So the first episode is out now, and I really want to watch that. Charlie's not watched the last season yet because it was a big cliffhanger. So she's like, I'm just going to wait until the new one's out so I can watch the last episode and go straight to the next one. Just smart.
That's the most annoying thing about programs.
Yeah, but to be fair, this show does it really well. It connects the episodes really nicely, and it's just so well made. And if you ever want to see like the making of it, it's fascinating. They use like this brand new technology, which I've never seen before, and it's basically like a room. It's just a circle of LED screens, and so is the ceiling. They use the same engine I use to make games, that Unreal Engine. They use that as the backgrounds, and the camera's like linked to it. So whenever the camera pans, the background moves in the right way. So it's like parallax. It's crazy. It's mad technology. Go look it up. But yeah, and other than that, I saw that Pop, the Pop figures.
The
Funko Pops.
Funko.
They've started doing iconic album ones.
Oh, nice.
With I think Notorious B.I.G. and stuff like that.
And
they've done a Hybrid Theory one. They're releasing a Hybrid Theory one. So they've got a little Hybrid Theory soldier with his wings, and he's grey and red painted. It looks really, really cool.
Wow, yeah.
But yeah, so I might get that at Christmas. I don't know. I might speak to Santa. But yeah, it looks really good. So, I've drank a lot of apple juice in a short amount of time.
That means you'll be using that new toilet you fixed.
Aye, that's it. Refill the glass. It's apple juice. It looks the same. So, Jack, we move on to this segment of the episode where we talk about what is bugging you. So, Jack, what's bugging you?
Right, this one's been bugging me for ages.
Yes.
And I guess it's been, I don't know why this week it's just gets on my nerves a bit more.
Okay.
And it probably ties into what the top 5 I'm going to do in a bit. When you say to someone, when someone says to you, so if I said, can I have a bottle of Coke? And they say, do you want full fat or diet? It's not full fat. It's got no fat in it. Stop calling it full fat. It's full sugar. There's literally no fat in it. It's not full fat drinks. Stop calling it that. Great.
I call it full fat because it's for the full fatties.
Yeah, but see, I get that.
Yeah, it's like, do you want the sensible one or the one full of fatties?
But it's not full fat.
No, I get that. I get that.
But you can't shout that at Mackey's when you're getting your drink, can you? You can't say like it's not full fat. But because they probably don't really speak that much English anyway.
You could just order a Diet Coke to start with.
Yeah, I realise that sounded a bit racist. I didn't mean it. I meant like they're not got enough brain function.
No, I got it. I don't think anyone went to race. We all went to McDonald's employee. Don't worry. That's.
I didn't want to be like, they don't speak bloody English, like.
Yeah. Speak the Queens. You muppet. I want chips, not fries. I don't think it works that way. You got to ask for whatever's on the menu. Just ask for Diet in the future or Coke Zero. Just specify what you want.
What if I want the normal Coke?
Then I will say, excuse me, can I have a Coca-Cola Classic, please? Coca-Cola. I would like the red
skin. You want love?
Do you want full fat? No, I want you to leave, please. Just leave. By the window, by the door.
It really gets on me. People don't say it for anything else apart from Coke. If I said I wanted a Diet Sprite, they don't say, do you want a full fat Sprite?
That's true, yeah.
They only say for Coke. Why?
In the cinema, they'd always just say full fat Coke.
Yeah.
They never like, can I have a full fat hot dog?
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah, that's full of fat. You can have just a tube of fat, yeah. With a hint of beef dog food flavouring.
Yeah.
Pretty fair enough.
So I'd prefer people say normal and diet. That's what I would love.
Fair enough. Now we know, folks. That's the rules. That's the new rules. Jack said it.
If you see in the Sheffield local newspapers that I've punched someone because everyone saying full fat, but honestly, it does matter.
If you ever listen to BBC Radio Sheffield and you just hear the DJ get decked, that's because they just said full fat near Jack. Just reaching out over the mic.
Just whilst doing an interview, and you've asked me what drink I want.
God, who would offer fizzy drinks to somebody about to be interviewed in the radio? Just talking through the burps. You can't not have a little cheeky burp.
First time I did stuff for Sheffield Radio, they have like them. Do you remember them old school like coffee machines? But you put like the little triangle packs in. You got a nozzle at the top, and you put them in. I don't know if you've seen them. It's like a coffee machine, but you put them in yourself. You take like the. Oh
yeah, I've seen that. It's like a little slidey drawer thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them in like car dealerships and stuff.
That's the one, yes. Yeah. So we had one of them. So I'm drinking me, I think I had a coffee at like 7 in the morning, something like that.
Yeah.
And I literally says, all right, we're going in now. So I walk in and spilled the fucking coffee like all over myself. And I was like,
it's a good job radio's not a visual medium, isn't it?
So I had like brown Cheetos.
Look like you shattered yourself.
Oh no, it's the worst one.
You wore Cheetos?
Like, it was like, it's not, it's coffee.
Like, yes, that's not what it looks like, mate. I'm not that nervous, don't worry. It's just the radio. Oh, God.
Oh, I'll tell you what I did this week. I was on the radio, I forgot.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Radio.
How'd it go?
Because it was alright. It was 300 days till the next Paralympics. Hopefully, it's a well done fire.
300 days, nice.
Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward interview because we did like 5-6 minutes talking about the normal stuff.
Yeah.
And then she said, "All right, we're gonna have a song and we'll come back to you." So I was like, "Right, okay." And I just sit there for 5 minutes listening to Biffy Clyro on the phone. I was like, Jesus, sitting there like just listening to it.
Oh man, why would you do that? Why? Just
why?
Ask you for a voice clip or something before the thing, and then call you during the song.
We came back from the song, and she was like, "Right, okay, how's training going?" I was like, "Yeah." She went, "Right, that's it, everyone. Thanks very much."
It's all good time for.
Like, yeah, why have
Biffy took it up.
Couldn't you just play the song after me interview? That would be a lot easier.
And Biffy Clyro of all bands. I mean, could have used a better band to block Jack with. They were alright, but you're talking to the man himself.
Yeah. Biffy Clyro's songs are one of the ones that annoys me the most because I like Biffy Clyro. Do you know the song "When We Collide, We Come Together"?
No.
It's like when we collide, we come together. Well, if you collide, you do come together.
That's true.
And the next bit of the song is, "If you don't, we'll always be apart." But yeah, because you're not collided. Doesn't make any sense.
Obvious,
it literally doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's like a room without a roof in it. It's not a room anymore. It's just 4 walls.
He's just in a box.
Stupid Perry Farrell, whatever his name is. Not Perry Farrell. Pharrell Williams, that's it. Who's Perry Farrell? Who's that? Pharrell Williams. Idea. Is he a comedian? I don't know. Anyway, Pharrell Williams. Yeah, it's not a roof. If it's not got a roof, it's not a room. I don't care.
Well, you're not happy if your roof fell off.
Yeah, exactly. That song makes no sense. It's a good song though. I'll give him that. It's catchy as hell. But yeah, fair enough. That's so. What's bugging you is full fat coke.
What's bugging you this week?
What's bugging me, good sir, is I've said it before. And I'm going to say it again because it's happened a fucking again. Is absolute knobshite, dickish game fans sending death threats to developers because the game's been delayed.
Oh God!
Like, you're not entitled to the game. The game is a luxury item that you're choosing to buy, and will be ready when it's ready. If it's not ready yet, that's because they're making it better for you. Don't send death threats, and I mean actual death threats. I'm not saying like, oh, I hope you die. It's like, I know where you live. I know who your family are. God. I will kill them all.
As if multiple it's their times. Problem as well. Like, there's obviously hundreds of people that work on games. It's not just that one.
Exactly.
People are idiots, man.
And the thing is, it was delayed by 3 weeks. It's like it's Cyberpunk 2077. It's delayed by 3 weeks.
Jesus.
Like, are
you
serious?
What they should do? Like, rather than reporting to the police, what they should do is just leave it. Don't say anything, and then when they try and buy the game, just leave banned. Like, they're not allowed to buy the game.
Insta ban them. Just reply. I think just reply to the emails of the virus. That's probably. Just send them a Trojan. I mean, it's easy. You've got their email address. They sent you one. Just, dear sir, I see your point. Here's my address. Please click the link to show where it is on GPS. Like, okay, I'll click it. I'll fucking have you. Oh shit, my computer's dead.
Yeah.
No game
but
for
honestly,
you.
Mate, I've got the game here for you 3 weeks early.
That's it.
Click this link.
Yeah, can I have your address? I'll send you one early. We've got a few finished. We'll just say that for the papers, Gives me the address and a SWAT team turns up.
Your PIN number, your mother's maiden name, and your bank.
That's amazing. Right, so that's what's bugging us this week, Jack. Now on to one of our favourite bits, is the idiot and hero of the week.
Yes.
So, Jack, who is your idiot this week? Who's the nasty, shit-ridden cake, soggy bottom cake of cupcakes? Who's your idiot this week?
The idiot this week for me is my rabbit, Peter.
He is pretty stupid, but go on, why?
Because if anyone doesn't know, we've got 2 house rabbits, which basically means they've got a big massive cage in the what's not a cage, a pen, and then they run around the flat like they're out, they're like dogs, basically 2 dogs.
Yeah.
So we're playing, me and Lucy playing Fall Guys. Lucy's in the final, so we're like, oh, we're gonna win. But I turn around, Pete's just eating one of the houseplants. He's just nibbling one of the houseplants. So he took like 2 chunks out of a leaf.
Oh no.
So I was like, Pete, you stupid idiot, come here. So he's like jumping down. Then we googled it, and it's like the most toxic thing rabbits can eat.
Oh Jesus
Christ. We googled it, and we were like, oh no.
So you'll take the plants out of the house.
He was absolutely fine. He was running around. He was eating a lot, but we stayed up till 3 in the morning to see if he was all right.
Bloody hell.
He'd only took 2 mouthfuls. I felt it was my fault because I wasn't watching him because he was behind my shoulder. But he's absolutely fine now, but he's an idiot.
At least now you know, so you can take it away. Because I know, like, we don't get those, reed diffusers. We don't get them because they kill cats apparently if they chew it. So we don't get them. But yeah, it's sometimes you just don't know though what's bad or not until it happens.
But usually it was out the way. So Lucy just watered it and forgot to push it back with you. It's on the back of the mantelpiece.
Yeah, so we can't get to it
anyway.
Right.
But, yeah, he's an idiot.
He is an idiot. Ah, well.
But bless him, he's cute.
What can you do? He is a cute sod. I saw the pictures. Speaking of which, my little idiot's been ill yesterday.
Oh, is he? No.
Well, he's getting old and he's getting skinny, so we're trying to fatten him up a bit. So we got him some wet food. Starting them on
just
that.
for the listeners, this is a cat, not a child.
Oh yeah, it's not a child. I wouldn't give 2 shits of a cat if a child is ill. But no, my cat wasn't well. He's like 15 or 16, and so because he's getting a bit skinnier, they do when they get older. So we thought we're gonna put him on some wet food. So we got him some food in jelly, and he eats most of it, but he mostly just licks the jelly off. So we're like, we've got to fix this. So we got him some fancy cat food, which is like
nice.
It's like cat terrine, which is like cat spam basically. So all the meat and stuff is intertwined with the jelly. And he just wolfs it down and he's loving it. So he has like 2 a day. But it says on the thing it give them 2 or 3 a day. So we're like, okay, we'll start them on 2. And since he's just demolishing them, on day 3, I think 3 or 4, I've given him these. Charlie was like, well, we should probably give him 3 then if he's just wolfing them down. Like, okay, well, yeah, we'll give him 3. And then yesterday, he was so sick. Like, 3 times throughout the day, I had to clean up a lot of cat vomit.
Oh wow!
And you know what I'm like. You know what I'm like.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's.
But when it comes to your fairy kids, you turn it off. You know, when it comes to your brother, you kick him out, but your furry kids, you turn it off. Yeah, no, I had no choice but to help him out, and poor thing wasn't well at all, and he's fine today. He looks a lot better today, but we're keeping him on the dry food for today for 24 hours, just to give him a chance to cycle through and whatever. But yeah,
poor
so
Ryland.
It's a bit Raiden. It's not Ryland. Ryland is not a cyborg ninja from Metal Gear Solid. Raiden is. Ryland is a white-teethed Essex guy. Anyway, my idiot of the week, Jack. You can ask me whenever you want.
Who's your idiot of the week this week, Chris?
My idiot of the week is some genius who took a Banksy to Antiques Roadshow to get it. What's the word?
Appraised.
Appraised. Thank you. He took it to get appraised, and the guy's talking to him like, this is clearly it looks like an official, like a real Banksy. Yeah. It's got his name. It's on. I see it's on some steel paneling. So was this a little loose on the wall? Saying to the guy like, did you take it off?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. He said, it took a bit of jimmying, but I got it off. It's like I was just walking past in Brighton, and I know Banksy's hit it loads, so I thought it's probably real. So yeah, I just took it off, and this is it. So I want to see. So the guy's like, so why have you brought it here today? Because if you know it's real and whatnot. It's like, I just want to see what it's worth. See if I can sell it.
Yeah.
And the guy, in the most casual man I've ever seen, like the guy doing the appraisal, he basically said to the guy that you're a rat, because he broke it down really simply for him, and he's like, well, the good thing about Banksy, it's really easy. He has a website with a form, and you can submit the work, and they'll reply. Either Banksy or his team will reply and tell you that it's official and it's worth this much. Yeah. And they'll send you a certificate of authenticity. Said, but they won't do that if it's been removed because it's for the public. So if it's on the side of your shop, you can check and they'll give you a certificate. But if you just took it off something, they'll not give you it at all. And in fact, they call you a rat. Like they mark you as a rat on the system because it's like Banksy theme with the rat sprays and stuff. And so the guy was like, so did you get a certificate of authenticity? He's like, no, they wouldn't give me one. It's like, well, yeah, exactly. So
because you fucking robbed it.
Yeah. So then he pretty much said to him, so in the future, maybe if you see a Banksy, leave it where it belongs for the public.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, yeah, maybe. And it's like, you fucking idiot. So yeah, that's my idiot of the week. This guy who just is so clueless. He just stole.
That's a valid idiot of the week.
Yeah, and all mine, it's like it's a proper like classic Banksy, the little rat doing a roller painting thing and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you take that? It's there for the public.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Apparently, it's a common thing for graffiti. It's like a common thing where it becomes public property.
Yeah.
It doesn't become the property of an individual. So
yeah,
it's mad. So we move on to our hero of this week, Jack. So who was your hero?
Can I have two heroes this week?
Yes, because I have two heroes as well.
Perfect.
Go on.
So my number one hero is Twitch. I know it's quite a big
Twitch,
hero.
The streaming platform.
Twitch, the streaming platform, yeah.
Okay. Why is that?
Because this week I've been using Twitch a hell of a lot more.
Oh, cool.
So I've been watching. There's a wrestler used to call Rusev, WWE. He's now called Miro in AEW. Massive wrestler.
Yeah.
He streams stuff, and I was watching it, and I put a question in, and he replied to me. I was like, I just spoke to someone. That is mental.
That's how it works. It's live.
Yeah, but that's one of those famous wrestlers in the world that I've watched for years and years, and he just replied to my comment.
Yeah.
And he was watching American football. He's Bulgarian, but he lives in America. And I just put, have you ever played American football? And he replied, telling me about he'd never played, but he'd watched and learned himself and stuff like that. That's absolutely mad.
That's really cool.
And I've been watching a lot of Shotty Horrors, one of my favourite battle rappers, him and Briggsy have been doing they call it car crash battles.
Right.
So they're watching terrible rap battles basically and going through them.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Been watching a few of them, so yeah. I enjoyed Twitch recently,
Yeah, it's good. Well, there's a few more for you.
Yeah.
You know Matt Heafy from Trivium?
Yeah.
He's on Twitch all the time.
Oh,
and so is Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco.
Oh, nice.
So if you ever want to have a chat with them,
check it out.
Go on it.
The best thing about Twitch is as well is on your iPhone when you swipe up, it leaves the window at the bottom of your phone, so you can still go on your Facebook, play your games.
Oh, cool.
It's at the bottom of your phone all the time.
Oh, that's pretty handy.
I can still watch it whilst I'm doing other stuff as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so, I only really use it on my tablet, and I'm only using it for Twitch at the time, so I didn't know it did that. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
So I'm enjoying Twitch.
Awesome.
Do you want to do a hero each, or do you want to do two now?
No, get your two.
Right. My other one, hero of the week, is the Jackmate podcast, which I recently discovered this week. It's a YouTuber called Jackmate. I've heard the name flying about, but I didn't know what he did really.
Yeah.
and he's got a podcast that he interviews people, and he interviewed a guy called Raphael Rowe. I don't know if you've heard about it.
No, I don't think
it's basically a guy in I think it must be in the 90s. He got wrongly accused of murder in England.
Right. Good.
And he was sentenced to something like 76 years.
Jesus.
After 12 or 14 years, he found out it wasn't him, but he spent 12 years in the prisons.
Oh God.
But he was the one who he's the presenter on the World's Toughest Prisons on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen it.
I've not seen it, but I've seen it like on the list.
And he talked about his stories, like mad, like because he was such a high-profile killer. But obviously, it wasn't him.
Yeah.
He was put in like the ACAT prison, so he was in with like
the high
Ronnie Craig
stuff
and stuff like that, like literally like madman. So some of the stories he got is mental. So I enjoyed.
That'd be terrifying.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. The craziest thing though is you were talking about the trial,
right?
And every witness of the crimes, it's something like the M25 killers they were called. They did 3 murders in a day.
Oh, okay.
All the witnesses said that the murderer was white with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah.
That was what everyone said. And they convicted 3 black men for the murders.
It sounds
and he
like
said, I was stood in the dock. I've got dreadlocks. They're describing the killer as a white male, blonde hair and blue eyes. And they convicted me. Like, how has that happened?
That just screams of the actual killer knowing somebody on the panel.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's like, how can you be more blatant like that?
It was just crazy when you listened to it. It was about 2 hours, and I listened to a few of them. And they did one as well that they did like questions and stuff. Really, I really enjoyed listening to just the way it was.
Right.
And there was a question that I thought, I want to see what Chris's answer is to this question. So, here's the question.
Right.
You've got a bag full of 100 balls in it, marbles. So
marbles, that's better.
There's 99 blue marbles.
Right.
And there's 1 red marble.
Yeah.
If you pull out a blue marble, you get £1 million instantly.
Right.
But if you pull out a red marble, you die a slow, painful death. How many attempts of taking marbles out are you going to have?
None.
None at all? You wouldn't even chance it?
No. If I'm going out, I'm going out like quick.
Okay, if it was a quick death, we'll change it. Quick death.
Oh, if it was quick, then I'd try 99 times.
Would you?
Listen, look, leave a shitload of money to Charlie and you.
No, that's the thing, though. You can't leave the money.
Oh, I see.
So you can't leave the money.
So, all right, I get it. So there's 99 blue balls. There's 1 red. If you get a blue, you get £1 million.
Yes.
If you get a red, you die.
If you get the red, you die. So how many attempts are you going to have? But if you get the red, game over, done. None money, and you're dead.
Yeah, maybe just 1.
Just 1 go.
You don't need more than $1 million, do you?
True that, yeah.
And if you get the red one straight away, like, well, I tried.
Yeah.
But you didn't push your luck. Yeah. You know, if you're like, I want 50 million, why? Yeah. Get $1 million, put it in a savings account, you get 2 next year, you know.
Because the lad on the podcast says 6, and I was like, that's quite 6. A lot. You know?
Yeah, that's a few. That's a few goes right there.
He did it on the podcast, and he got the bag in the podcast.
Right.
He was like, but the 4th one, he was like, oh, I'm dead.
See, there you go. Shouldn't have got greedy. Yeah, just give it the 1. Just the 1's fine. I think there's other things we do in life that probably got a 1 in 99 chance of killing you. Or 1 in 100, I guess. It's
one of them dilemmas that you're like, I don't know what to quite do yet. Like, it's a strange one, isn't it?
It is a weird one, yeah. I like that. It's a ponderful one. Ponderful? Yeah, whatever. It makes you think.
So yeah, they're my 2 heroes this week.
I like it.
What are your heroes this week, Chris?
My 2 heroes, I did have 1, but now I have 2 just before the podcast. So my first hero is the Kazakh Tourism Board.
It's a bit niche.
Well, Borat, you know the character Borat we were just talking about?
Yeah.
He's from Kazakhstan. Right. And they did not like that at all when he released the first film. Like, we're not like this. Can you please stop saying things? Everyone's coming to our country and saying these things to us like it's something we do. But it turns out now the Kazakh Tourism Board have officially made very nice their tourism slogan.
Nice.
So that's the official slogan of Kazakhstan is very nice. So that's perfect. They're my heroes for that.
Into it, haven't you?
You've got to. And then the other one is a little bit of a bittersweet hero of the week, I'm afraid, because when I messaged you saying, are you ready for the podcast? I was looking at my phone. There was a tweet from BBC Breaking News saying Sean Connery has died.
Oh,
the classic 90-year-old Sean Connery has gone.
Oh, no,
so
that's horrific.
Absolute hero of the podcast because
that's the first time I've read that.
Exactly. So I'm sorry to break it to you that way, but
Jesus, Sean Connery, man.
I know he's the absolute legend. You can't really who else can you put on the same pedestal as Sean Connery?
Yeah,
you know what
can't,
I mean?
can you?
The rest of them are already gone.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. So
the best Bond as well. I'm going to say the best Bond.
Well, yeah, tied with Pierce Brosnan, but yeah. But I think also a big part of this podcast, because we did the impression segments, and for a while, for some reason, Sean Connery just kept cropping back up.
Yeah.
No matter what the impression was, it'd be back to Connery. So yeah, so here's some apple juice to you, Sean. Thank you very much for everything.
Yeah, I've finished my tea, but there's
an empty glass.
Yeah.
I've got one sip of apple juice left, and I'm getting a dry throat, so I'm saving it.
Sean Connery's one of the people that, like, nothing. He was in the limelight for so many years.
Yeah.
And no one's ever come out with anything bad about it. Usually you have some sort of articles, do you, of like, this is a bit dodgy.
Yeah, exactly. This guy's an arsehole. This guy's, touching kids or whatever.
Literally, you don't remember anything from Sean Connery saying he was the absolute.
I think he was just an upfront, standard Scottish drunk. So
Yeah.
When that's your vanilla, where else can you go?
True. Yeah. True.
I think people are just used to how he is. But yeah, so I'm going to be watching a few Connery films in the next few weeks, I think.
Rest in peace, Sean Connery.
Yes, indeed.
Wowzers.
So, on that little bombshell, folks, we're moving on to this week's top 5.
Yes. We love a top 5.
With no music this week. Okay, just pretend there's a jingle playing. Oh, there it is.
Chris, just pretend it doesn't say chocolate bars. Just pretend it doesn't say chocolate bars.
I did it again, didn't I? Distract him, Jack, distract him.
He's not telling a joke, actually. I've got a joke.
Go on.
Right. I'll tell you a joke. Do you want to hear me joke, Chris?
I don't, but I'm going to listen to it.
Okay.
Oh, we've run out of time, Jack. It's time for top 5 soft drinks. Got bad you off tonight. Alright, go on, get it out of the way.
Right. There's a bloke that's been on Stars in Their Eyes.
Yes.
So he's got a sob story. He's in a car crash and he's lost both his legs.
Okay.
Clean off, lost both his legs.
Yeah.
So he's going through a sob story and he mentions, well, the week after, my uncle was in a car crash as well, and he lost his leg. He died and he lost his legs as well. And he said the surgeons performed miracles and he put his legs on me. So now I'm here on Stars in Their Eyes with a new set of legs and everyone's clapping around and stuff like that. And he says to him, who are you going to be tonight? And he says, I'm going to be Simon and half uncle.
That's terrible. It's funny. I'll give you that. It's pretty funny, but it's terrible at the same time. All right, folks. So we move on to top 5. This is the segment of the show where we talk about our top 5 in whatever category we've chosen for that given week. This week it is, boom, soft drinks. So this was Jack's choice, so I hope he's got a good selection. We usually start at number 5s, and I'll start with you today, Jack. So, Jack, what is your number 5 soft drink?
Nice.
Soft drink, just so you know, fizzy drinks, sodas, whatever. We call them soft drinks.
Not alcoholic, basically.
Yeah, not alcoholics.
So, are we venturing into still soft drinks or not?
I'm gonna stick with fizzy for this one.
Okay,
because I don't think it's still when I think of soft drinks.
Okay.
The juice.
No, number 5 for me.
Yes.
Is your straightforward Coke.
Coke?
Your normal Coke.
Full fat or
not
diet?
Your Diet Coke. I mean, Chris.
The Red Label Classic, of course.
The Red Label Classic Coke. The one that's got no fat in it at all.
You know what's funny? If you ask for Coca-Cola, that's what you probably get, because Coke is Diet Coke.
True, yeah.
Coca-Cola on the bottle is the red one, the full fat one.
Well, yeah. Either way.
So that's a good one, though. Number 5, Coke. It's a standard.
Yeah, number 5's number Coke.
It's hard to get wrong, really.
Because Coke, for me, is like, if you're thirsty, and there's no other drinks around, I do enjoy a bottle of Coke now and again. Like ice cold Coke. Or you feel a bit tired, and you want to drink, but you don't want to have a coffee.
Yeah.
Have a Coke. Like, it's just one of them.
I think Coke's one of those drinks where I don't ever really choose to drink it. Unless, like, maybe if I've had a cold or something, and I'm like low on energy, I'm like, I just need something sugary. That's what I have. Or like if it's something like maybe if you're having like an alcoholic beverage, having Coke with that is fair enough. But yeah, no, that's a good staple. Number 5, I like it.
Yeah, it's a good base level, isn't it? 5.
It is a good base level.
So what's your number 5, Chris?
My number 5 is slightly different to Coke. My number 5 has been described by friends as the taste of Japan. It is melon soda.
Ooh,
I've only ever had it in Japan. It is fluorescent green, and it tastes like soda. It tastes like melon, and it's bloody gorgeous. But yeah, it's one of those things where you sip it or you smell it like sweets that are flavored like it or whatever. You're like, oh, I'm back in Tokyo. And it's like in everywhere you get like soft drink towers, like in here, like McDonald's or KFC or cinema or whatever. We have Coke, Fanta, Sprite. They always have melon soda as one of those. And so it's always like a staple wherever you go, you can get it, and it's really nice. It's super sugary and sweet, but really nice. So that's my number 5.
Can you get it over here, or is it one of the things you can buy?
You can get it imported, or you can buy it at like Comic Cons and stuff in bottles.
Okay.
But you can't really get it in shops, just normal shops. So yeah, that's my number 5.
Honourable mention to Pockety Sweat, because it's not on my list, but I enjoy Pockety Sweat.
I love Pockety Sweat. That almost got on my list, but it didn't. So Jack, what is your number 4?
Number 4 for me is one you don't see nowadays that much.
Right.
Is the tropical fruitiness of Lilt.
Oh, I love a Lilt.
Don't see Lilt now. You don't see it nowadays, do you?
No.
Don't know what it's doing.
You know what's slightly better than Lilt is Rio, which you only see in dodgy chippies.
I was going to say you only get Rio in like dodgy places.
Yeah, I've only ever seen a can of Rio in a chippy where you're like, I might get food poisoning tonight. That's the only time I've ever seen Rio. But then you get the drink and it's like it takes your mind off it. But yeah, no, Lilt is delicious. It's a good one to have in. And it's a rare Christmas treat, I think.
It's a rare treat. When you see it in the shops, you think I'll have a bottle of Lilt.
Yeah, like I'm feeling fancy. Time for Lilt.
It's a bit like your Karamak. You don't see them much often.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, a Lilt and a Karamak. What a night spent that would be. Oh god, you know what? That put a genuine smile on my face. If Charlie came home and she was like, "Here you go, I brought you a Lilt and a Karamak," I'd be like, "We're getting married again." That'd be great. All right, so yeah, that's your number 4 is Lilt. Fair enough.
Yes. What's your number 4?
My number 4 this week is, again, it's one that's widely available, but not always on the menu. That is Dr. Pepper.
Oh,
I love me a Dr. Pepper, but it's one of those drinks you can sit and think to yourself, when did I last have a Dr. Pepper? And you won't be able to answer it, but you still know you love it. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. Yeah.
That's why it's a number 4, because it's a great drink. I really enjoy it, but I don't have it very often. To be fair, I don't have many fizzy drinks that often. But yeah, I do love a Dr. Pepper.
Do you know what I like Dr. Pepper as well? Dr. Pepper's the best one, but you can also get like the dodgy own brand versions of Dr. Pepper that don't taste too bad as well.
Dr. P.
Dr. P.
Uncle Philip or whatever they're called.
Dr. Popper.
We need to have one called Uncle Phil. That'd be like a nod to Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
But then also a Dr. Pepper knockoff. Yes, that's my number 4. So Jack, what is your number 3? We're flying up the list today, flying up it.
Flying like a
Lilt.
Mandalorian. What's the car called that of
DeLorean.
Back to the Future?
DeLorean. Yeah, I always do that. Since that show came out, I always get Mandalorian and DeLorean mixed up. I'm a big fan of both, so I don't know why. But
does it fly though? That's the question. I know it's a bit off topic. Does it fly or does it just drive through
the Mandalorian?
The car one?
It hovers. Wait, no, that's a DeLorean. I did it again. Yeah, it hovers.
So if you were time traveling, are you flying through time or are you just hopping? Are you just going in or are you flying?
I'm not going to lie. I don't know the science behind time travel. I don't think many people do. I think that's the problem. If I'm not mistaken, time moves around you, so it doesn't matter what you're doing.
And if you we'll go bring my soft drinks. If you had a bottle of like Coke in your car, and in your Mandalorian, is it Mandalorian?
No, DeLorean.
DeLorean. If you had a bottle of Coke and it was like 2020, but if you've gone to the future 2040, would that Coke be out of date or not?
No, because you're not dead.
See
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You were in the car. You're not dead, so therefore the time in the car didn't change. That's my science boy. Right, so Jack, number 3.
In the car. So say if I had like a jam butty, the bread's not going to go off.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. It doesn't matter. You can go through all the items you want. They're all going to be fine.
All right. What if I put my jam butty on the roof?
Then it's fucked.
So then it'll be out of date.
It's a jam toasty now, back in 2000 AD, which is only 20 years ago. That sounded so long ago.
I'd throw it at Jesus on the cross. Imagine Jesus on the cross.
Mean, isn't it? God, poor lad. He's already hungry as anything. You're like, yeah, Jesus, yeah, Joseph. Anyway, enough blasphemy for one soft drink. So number 3, Jack. What's your number 3?
Number 3 for me is Lucozade Orange.
Ooh, it's a classic. Yeah. Another one good for when you got a cold.
Lucozade Orange. Because it's one of them, as I said in the other ones, I don't have it that often.
Yeah. But when you do, it hits right.
I think Lucozade Orange is the only Lucozade you should have. I feel like Lucozade Original.
I love
Not
original.
Very nice.
I love original.
No.
The best one, actually, funnily enough, the best one was they did a melon one for a while, and that tasted like melon soda.
Nice.
That tastes like melon soda, so I loved it. And then they just stopped doing it. But the thing is, they kept pretty much the same bottle for the apple one, and it really pissed me off. It's like, if you're going to change it, don't tease me. Don't tease me, because when I'm walking down the aisle and I can see the god that is green Lucozade, like, oh, they've got it back, and it's apple. Fuck yourself. I want melon Lucozade. Are you hearing me, Lucozade? Schweppes. Whoever owns Lucozade. Bloody Coca-Cola. I don't know who it is. But yeah, give me melon soda back.
They did the pink lemonade one's nice as well.
Oh god, that is good. That's my favourite one.
Orange is the one for me, and I have orange. I associate orange with like good days, because I have orange when I'm getting my tattoos done. Because you say to drink orange. I read it once. I don't know if it's a myth, but I drink it when I'm.
You read it once. You stuck with it.
Yeah, more or less, and it's worked. I've not passed out with my tattoo, so
fair enough. It's glucose in it. You got the levels up.
And it's not great when you're ill, but it's like a little.
I think it is great when you're ill.
That's what I mean. I have memories of being ill and drinking Lucozade. That's not a great memory, but it's a lovely little time in your day when you're ill and drink a little.
It's like a comfort thing.
Yeah, it's nice.
Cheeky little Lucozade. Just a cheeky little sip. It's good. I like Lucozade. Lucozade orange. Yeah, fair enough. I think pink lemonade's my favourite one, but you can't really knock a classic. I remember when they used to be glass bottles. When
we were in school, the people used to sell orange Lucozades. Used to buy them all the time.
Like kids in the school.
There was one lad who was just like, he must be, I don't know, he must be the apprentice now, his boss. He basically, in the summer when it's boiling, he used to put them all in the freezer the night before and sell them as like slushies. Unbelievable.
That is an entrepreneur.
Unbelievable. It was literally, it changed the whole thing, and he sold out in like a few minutes.
That's crazy, man. That's much better than selling packs of cigs and stuff.
Just, incredible.
I'll flog you some sugary drinks. Your parents don't let you have them. That's good. I like that.
Yeah. Who's your number 3, Chris? Who have you got?
My number 3 is kind of a similar path. Oh, not really. It involves a fruit. My number 3 is Fanta Fruit Twist.
Nice. Yeah.
It is one of the better fizzy drinks out there. It's definitely the best Fanta. That's easy. And yeah, I love it, but I don't get it that often because they don't do like a diet one. And I don't like full sugar soft drinks that often, so I don't get it. We've got some in right now, which I'm going to have some after this because I've not had any for ages. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So Fanta Fruit Twist, nice, easy number 3, all reliable. It's always there. But it's a little treat.
It tastes like a beach. That's what
it does. It tastes like you're on holiday.
Yeah.
That's what you need, especially in these times. You need Fanta Fruit Twist. So.
I always associate Fanta Fruit Twist with. Do you remember them little penguins used to get on holiday that had ice cream in?
Yes.
Do you remember these?
Yes, I do.
I associate like times like that.
Back in like Ibiza.
But them little funky penguins, you'd pull the head off and it had ice cream inside.
Yeah.
And I feel like you were drinking a Fanta Fruit Twist when we had that.
I get where you're coming from. Yeah. I now get that link. That's very, very specific to literally us two people in the world. Because we both had the same things at the same place and have the same flavour. So everyone else in the world, just taste some Fanta Fruit Twist. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So Jack, what is your number 2? What's your silver place? You nearly did it. What's happening?
My silver place, my runner-up, is Shandy.
Shandy? Oh, it was close. Yeah. That was almost on my list.
Shandy. I love a bit of Shandy. But Ben Shaw's.
I was going to say, is it Bars or Ben Shaw's? Because
Ben Shaw's,
they're two very different beasts.
Which I only found out recently wasn't made by Ben Sherman.
Do you see any double writing Ben? Like, that's the same guy that. He makes socks.
I literally thought it was called Ben Sherman's for like years and years.
You just think you're drinking like designer drinks. I like a Dolce & Gabbana Dr. Pepper.
I only buy Shandy when I go to Chippy. Like, it's one of them drinks I get at the Chippy.
I know what you mean. We get it every now and again from like Tesco if we're feeling fancy.
Oh, it's dead good, you know. But like Ben, and it doesn't taste like beer. It does a bit, but it's dead nice. Yeah. You get a glass of ice, bit of that Shandy.
Look at you, fancy lad. Lovely. Got a glass. I just crack that bitch open and chug it. And afterwards for like 5 minutes. It's great. I love a Shandy.
Yeah, I like a Shandy. I wonder how many Shandies you have to drink to get drunk.
Too many to be able to drink without dying. I checked it. It's like I didn't test it. Let me clarify. I'm not a ghost. I checked online. It's 0.14% per can. And you can only hold so many before throwing up. And at that point, it would be like minimal. You wouldn't even be at like a bottle of beer. So to get drunk, because like a bottle, say like Bud or something's like 4% or whatever.
Yeah.
So 0.14%. How many of them would you need to cram in? A lot. The answer's a lot, Jack.
I'll have to tell Lucy, because Lucy's when she's And rightly so. She's not paranoid, but like if she's had any sort of drop of alcohol, she won't drive.
Yeah, of course.
That's just the way it is, which is normal. Like that's the way it should be. But to the point where she had a can of shandy. She was like, "Well, I can't drive now." I was like, "No." She's like, "Shandy's not going to."
Yeah. Now, just to clarify, a can of shandy, that'd be fine. If you go to a bar and have a shandy, that's very different.
Yeah, that's
a half pint.
Very, very different.
That is absolutely, that is a half pint with lemonade in it. So, yeah, don't be mixing those two up, folks. Don't be like, but they said in the podcast I could drive with shandies in me. That's not the case.
Yeah. Hunter before he said that I could drink.
I endorse this product.
0.4 of these.
He said I could drink till I died, I wouldn't be drunk. Well, that's a good number 2, though. I like a shandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like one.
What's your number 2, Chris? Sorry.
My number 2 is All Reliable. This is the one that I have all the time. It's not my number 1 because it's not my ultimate favourite, but it is the one I have the most of, if that makes sense.
Yes.
My number 2 spot is good old classic Pepsi Max.
Nice. Yeah.
Pepsi Max has never done me wrong, and recently they've been coming out with some sexy flavours. I like it. Pepsi Max Ginger, game changer.
Just
saying.
I had one that was fiery. I can't remember if it's Coke or Pepsi.
Pepsi Max Ginger was a bit.
No, it was called Fiery Cherry. I think it was called.
Oh right, yeah, that might have been Pepsi Max. They did a couple last year that had like extra flavours to them. Or was it?
I felt like I was drinking heartburn. I was like, why are we drinking?
I'm just drinking acid.
I'm drinking.
To be fair, Diet Cokes pretty much are just acid.
Yeah, it's like acid reflux in a bottle. Like why are we?
Oh yeah, I get that so bad. But yeah, it's fine. It's worth it for the Pepsi Max. I like it, and plus I like it. Tastes like cola flavour. If you know what I mean. Like if you have a push pop or whatever, like an icy pop. I always get the cola ones if I've
like
them.
Synthetic Coke taste.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I like that taste. So, and that knocks it out of the park.
Are you Pepsi or Coke?
Pepsi, 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Cherry Coke for me is the ultimate, but it's not on my list. But Cherry Coke for me is the
Cherry
best.
Pepsi Max exists now, so I don't need it.
Yeah, it's not the same.
But even when I have Coke, I prefer Coke Zero.
Really?
It tastes better to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like Coke Zero's better than Pepsi.
It's better than it used to be as well. When it first came out, it was like this is Diet Coke.
I don't like Diet Coke, but I like Coke Zero.
Fair enough. No, the ultimate cola that you can't beat a 1p quick save roller cola. I used to love that shit growing up because I'd go out with my mates, like back when we used to live, and you'd have as a kid. I was 11 maybe, 10 or 11, and as a kid you have like no money, so I was like I had £1 or whatever. Like I'm gonna have some sweets. I'm gonna go to Quick Save. I'm gonna get a 1p bottle of cola. It's a 2 litre bottle for a penny, by the way, and it was just the God knows what a liquid, but it was so nice. And the ultimate one, which doesn't exist and hasn't for years, was Virgin Cola. Did you ever have that?
I was going to say, Virgin Cola.
Virgin Cola was so nice.
It was lovely.
Yeah, and I don't know why they stopped making it, but I want it back.
Yeah, it was nicer than Coke.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know whether I've just sensationalised that in my head because it was years ago, but I feel like it was nicer than Coke.
Yeah, it was. That's true. All right, so that brings us on to our coveted golden spot, Jack. The number 1 of our top 5, the Hunting for Funny top 5 soft drinks. Number 1 spot for Jack is
Mountain Dew.
Oh, the lad's onto a winner. I didn't even think of Mountain Dew. That is a good one.
Incredible.
Wait, is it actual Mountain Dew or the new energy one?
Oh, I don't know. The one that we can get.
The one in the green bottle, that's an energy drink.
Yeah. Well, either way, that one.
It's still nice. Still tastes like Mountain Dew.
Because I only really get it when I go to Subway. So I only have Subway very now and again.
Yeah.
And it's the drink
it's expensive.
Subway.
Yeah.
And it's so good. If it's freezing cold, it's so nice, Chris.
It's a good drink.
Sometimes it's the only fizzy drink that I'll crave. I think I really want a Mountain Dew. But only once every 6 months, I think I really want a Mountain Dew.
No, I know what you mean. It's like it's a comfortable. You're like, I could just murder a Dew right now.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's like wait. All right, that's not what I meant. I said it with a D. A Dew. You know what I'm saying? Mountain Dew. I'm going to start saying it weird. You know what I mean? I generally didn't mean that. I generally didn't mean it that way. But I love Mountain Dew. Let's move on. I love Mountain Dew.
Out of context, Hunting the Funny.
No, don't clip that one. Jesus Christ. God. So Mountain Dew is great. You okay there, mate?
I can't breathe. You just keep all I feel.
Oh God, that was terrible. So that's a good number 1. I like it. It's a good number 1.
Yeah.
So you should ask me now. Very swiftly move along.
Is your number 1 holy water? Right?
No.
What's your one?
My number 1. My number 1 is kind of similar to yours in the fact that it's an American drink, which I think they all have. To be fair, it's root beer.
Oh I like root beer.
Love root beer. It's a rarity though. You don't get it that often, but the reason they don't really sell it over here is because the flavour that we use for like Germaline and stuff is a flavour that they use for root beer.
Yeah,
so
it's your mouthwash.
Yeah, but I love it. Like there was a chewing gum came out years and years ago. I think it was like 5 gum or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And one of those flavours tasted like this, and I loved it. But yeah, it turns out Japan are the same. They use that flavour for like their mouthwash and stuff as well. So they don't have root beer really. So it's great stuff that I love it. And sometimes I get it in Asda. That not Rustlers, what's it called? Anyway, they've got a version of it in Asda. But otherwise you got to get like a £4 a bottle.
It's expensive.
Like
Aldi's got a nice one. Aldi old root beer is nice.
Oh, I have to give it a bash.
Yeah, I have to get Aldi.
You know what is really nice, which I haven't seen for a while? At Tesco's for a little bit did their own version of flavoured cola. They're like coffee cola. It's really nice.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, coffee cola, good stuff.
I like root beer because you can get it in dispensers in America, can't you? Like it's on their pumps.
Just on their pumps, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's just like melon soda in Japan. It's like just available, and I love that stuff.
In Denmark, you can get Mountain Dew on the pumps as well.
Ooh,
I think it was Denmark. Oh, somewhere. It was somewhere in the country that had Mountain Dew on the thing.
Oh, man, I want to go there. That sounds great. I love it.
Yeah.
Right, folks. So that is our top 5 soft drinks for this week. So we are going to
leave your top 5 soft drinks in the comments below.
Yes, please.
And we will want to see what you think, because drinks are very subjective, aren't they?
They're very subjective, yeah, because it's something you anything you put in your mouth is a super personal moment. So the top 5 drinks, the drinks that you prefer, what I'm saying, the drinks and food that you prefer is very subjective to you, is what I'm trying to get on.
Yeah, so whatever you put in your mouth is up to you.
Exactly, it's up to you. It's fully consensual and it's delicious. Whatever
Why
you want.
Why does the drinks company not use that as a tag?
I don't know. Let's switch back to the main pod for this. I once was doing a project for media studies in college.
Yeah.
And the first project we did as a class, and we had to basically pitch a chocolate brand, posters and stuff. And mine, like everyone was kind of sensible-ish with it, and I was like, I can't be sensible. It doesn't work. So my tagline, it was really nice design and stuff, but my tagline ended up being, whatever the brand was, a mouthful of pleasure. And, and it ended up going up on the walls in college, and I didn't know that was going to happen. So so yeah, but it worked. I mean, I would have bought that chocolate. It sounded nice. But,
I remember in school, they said to us in RE, they said we need to make religious Christmas cards as best you can for like the local church charity. So I thought, I went home and thought, I can't make it. Everyone else is putting like Jesus in the manger on the front or whatever like that. And so I was I've got to be doing something here funny, because I think it wasn't for me. So I bought like a nice little scene on the front, a nice little Christmas scene.
Oh yeah.
And I put in the middle, Jesus Christ, it's your birthday already.
That's perfect. I like that.
I got detention for 3 days for that.
Worth it. You should put it on Moonpig now. Yeah, that's a good point.
I remember being outside in there detention. One of the teachers came up to me and said, "Did you write that card?" And I was like, "It's going down the staff room."
Yeah, you're only in trouble because you have to be, but really they like it.
Absolutely brilliant. Jesus Christ in big letters. And is it your birthday already? Question mark.
Oh, that's brilliant, mate. I like that. I'm expecting to receive that for Christmas this year from Moonpig. Right, folks. So that is another week down. That's episode 17 done. So
17. Flying through it now. Flying through it.
So thanks a lot for listening, folks. As usual, if you want to find us in any way, shape or form, you can find us on social media at Hunting for Funny on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or you can get us on YouTube. Hopefully you're watching us right now on YouTube. And if you are, comment below, say hello. We like it when you say hello.
Yeah, say hello.
And do us a favour, if you listen on YouTube, just hit the subscribe button that's just below, and maybe even a cheeky little like, because we're on 42 at the moment. We're almost halfway to our goal of 100 to get our own unique title of youtube.com/hunting for funny.
Yes.
But until then, we have a bunch of letters and shit we can't tell people on the phone.
I think it's brilliant because we've literally built this podcast from the ground up, haven't we? We've literally we're not big name comedians. We don't have that sort of platform to funny. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've built this literally from the ground up, and we have a little community here that people comment every week for the questions and stuff like that. I think it's brilliant. So if it's your first time watching, please subscribe and join us in this absolute crazy journey that we're going on.
Yeah, exactly.
We really enjoy doing it, and I hope you guys enjoy what we're doing as well.
We do. So, we just want to see where it goes next. We can't do that without your support. So thank you very much, folks. So yeah, anything else you want to shout out, Jack, before we head off?
I think that's everything. I think that's
cool.
Everything we want to do. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween, pumpkin heads. And thank you so much for sticking with us for the whole of October with our fancy Halloween things. We'll be back next week with our normal purple frames and no heads. But everyone, please go and follow on Instagram. Charlie Makes It. All one word. She has done the heads for us every single week, and she's fantastic. And she's been doing loads of Cattober stuff, so go follow her.
And if you want to tag her in social media and tell her what head she should make us for the podcast in any weird creations, you just let her know.
There you go. I'm sure she'll
we can peer pressure into making some.
Maybe. Maybe.
Stuff.
You never know, do you? You never know. All right, so thanks a lot for listening, folks, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.